Hello everyone, welcome to Ayush TV and we are here to discuss about mental health. Mental health has a lot of challenges and one important challenge that we have been facing from ages is stigma. A lot of people are still not ready to accept mental health as one of the important indicators of well-being. A lot of people don't understand what mental health is all about. And workspace is not out of it. A lot of organizations even today do not understand why they need to prioritize mental health among their employees. A lot of organizations are even today hesitant to even consider providing mental health support for their workers. But they don't understand the repercussions of it. If we don't take care of the mental health of our people that work for our organization, then it will have an impact on productivity. And every organization will be worried if their employees are not productive enough. So we as an organization should always pay attention to the mental health of our well-being so that it encourages our employees to be productive. It also makes the environment, the working environment to be easy so that the work gets translated very easily. Now, it is easy to talk about all of this, but how do we implement it? The implementation becomes a big issue because of stigma. A lot of organizations are not okay to talk about the mental health issues because they think it's a sign of weakness or they think it is not a very good subject to discuss because it might trigger a lot of people. So these reservations have always kept the organizations away from having any healthy conversations about mental health. So it is important for all of us to break the stigma to make sure that the environment is healthy. So how do we break the stigma? Why do we have the stigma in the first place? The stigma exists in workspace mainly because of three reasons. First one, the society is not ready to talk about mental health. Even today, if somebody comes and talks about depression or having a bad day or feeling very irritated, we always tend to brush aside or we tend to give a lot of advices. We never address the issue. So unless the society is ready to come out and talk about mental health, the organizations will not be able to deal with it. The second reason is people are stigmatized, people are not aware of what is mental health. They don't know what is depression, they don't understand what is anxiety, they don't know what makes a person get dependent on alcohol or any other substance. So organizations are not ready to talk about mental health and that creates a huge stigma. And this prevents the employers to reach out to employees about their mental health. Stigma, therefore, is a huge issue in a workspace, and if we do not address the stigma, employers cannot reach out to employees and make their lives better. Employees cannot reach out to employers and ask for their benefits. So stigma therefore becomes a barrier, stigma becomes a roadblock, stigma is a huge obstacle to have a healthy working space. So how do we deal with stigma? How do we break this down? The best way to break this stigma into pieces is having a platform to talk about all of this. Every organization should create a space where employers can reach out to employees and ask for their well-being. For instance, we always have a feedback loop. An organization should always ask their employees about how they feel, what is happening in their life. Organization may not be able to solve all the problems, but at least there is a platform where they come and talk about it. The second thing that we could do is to organize regular events pertaining to mental health. It could be guest talks, it could be counseling sessions, it could be assessments to check how their employees are doing. And this will definitely give a clear picture as to how our employees are progressing from one stage to the other. The other thing to deal with stigma is to have meet of experts where they can educate us about different types of mental health aspects. So, dealing with stigma is an important factor that an organization should pay attention to, because if we do not break the stigma into pieces, then there is no communication, there is no healthy interaction that happens between the employer and the employee. And unless and until we establish a healthy communication between employers and employee, then the organization may not flourish. And it may flourish financially, but it will not grow as an organization and stand for a long period of time. So when we talk about mental health in workspace, it is the first thing that an organization to pay the organization to pay attention to is to look into the stigma. And we should create a better and a convenient space for everyone to talk about their psychological well-being. With this, we can ensure employers are reaching out to employees and employees' requirements are met. So let us try to pay attention, let us do our bits in whatever possible ways and make sure that we all are okay to come out and talk about our psychological well-being. And this will keep all our mental health intact and we all can grow as productive individuals. Thank you for watching. Let us meet again with the next video. Until then, keep watching Ayush TV.